Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Debolina Mukherjee, and welcome everyone to the second episode of the Epilepsy Voices of India by the Indian Epilepsy Association. And today's episode is going to be a very special one because we have someone truly inspirational joining us and sharing his incredible experiences with us today. So let us welcome Mr. Vinay Jani. He is an epilepsy warrior who has fought against all odds against epilepsy and achieved great heights. He has been inspiring many people with epilepsy, many people over the years to never give up and to strive on. Apart from being an epilepsy advocate, he is also an ultra cyclist and a marathoner and has many such achievements to his name. He has very graciously agreed to join us today. So, welcome, Mr. Vinay Jani, to this episode. We are extremely honored to have you with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Devolina, for your kind invitation to you and Indian Epilepsy Association. I'm truly humbled for this initiative.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So, without any further ado, let us hear more about him from the man himself, Mr. Vinay Jani. Please tell us more about yourself, your journey with epilepsy, and how you've powered through it with so much resilience.
Thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much. Uh, Professionally, I'm working as a supply chain manager in an organization, and by passion, I do sports, cycling, and running. And through my sports, I raise funds as well for people with epilepsy who cannot afford their medication. So I got diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 21 years old in 2005. Met a car accident during my first seizure, and it was like, what has happened to me? I've never done this. And after few repetitive seizures, I met a neurologist, and my EEG was normal, but there was a cyst in my left temporal lobe of the region, which was the part which was triggering seizures. So initially, I was not accepting it, missing my dosage, medication dosage, went into depression for some time. And due to all this lag, in 2008, my focal seizure with impaired awareness graduated to a generalized one. I was hospitalized for a few days. And at the time of discharge, my neurologist, she came to meet me and she clearly told me that when I'm prescribing you a medication which is not as per your body weight, now you have to decide. You want to reduce your body weight or you want to increase the dosage of your medication. So this is how my sports journey started. So from gymming to cycling to running as well. So like lived a seizure-free life from 2008 to 2015. And in end of 2015, in my seizure reoccurred and medication was restarted. Like, almost 4 5 years, I lived a seizure-free life with the help of anti-seizure medicines. So for observation purposes, they got tapered down, and after 1 year, they reoccurred. And in 2019, my epilepsy became drug resistant. And after all evaluation tests, I was eligible for neurosurgery. So in 2022, I underwent neurosurgery of my left temporal lobe and living a seizure-free life after that. Those still on medications, they are getting weaning off right now. So this is my journey with epilepsy so far.
So initially they were almost well controlled with medications, and later they became
Yes,
refractory, and you needed to go for surgery. And it's very
yes.
heartening to know that you're seizure free now. And I wish you the best of health and strength. And it's very interesting. You brought up sports. So how did you exactly venture into sports? How did you enter into cycling and marathons? And how did you manage your seizures along with it?
So like initially, I started doing gym workouts with my friends, and with time we used to change after every 3 years. We used to change our gym just to change our environment. So I joined one gym where they used to provide facilities of indoor cycling. That is called RPM. So I was like, uh, since childhood, I used to do cycling. So I met a cyclist trainer over there. I was very much regular in his classes. So once on weekend after his class, he told me that, why don't you join a cycling ride on Sunday? So I was like that. No, I cannot join a cycling ride. I'm a person living with epilepsy, and supposing if I get a seizure, it is very risky to ride a bicycle on Indian roads. So he said, "Don't worry, I'll be riding behind with." Like, but then you have to carry my stress medicines. I gave him a brief that how he should give me a medicine just in case I get a seizure. So from there, my cycling journey started. So from leisure rides, they become events and training rides. And later on, he added me to his cycling group, where most of the cyclists were into endurance cycling. So it is a France format, and they are called breves. Format starts from 200 kilometers and goes till in India, it goes till 1,400 kilometers. So we have to do these rides along with a cutoff time. The maximum which I have done is 1,000 kilometers twice. One was
Hmm.
from Surat to Abu Road of Gujarat part and back to Surat. And one was Delhi to Atari border Punjab and back to Delhi. And the longest which I attempted was Paris to their coastal area Brest and back to Paris in 2019, which I abandoned at 473 kilometer marks. Came back to India with the running shoes, started running. Uh, Straight in 1.5 months, I did Delhi half marathon. And in February 2020, I completed my full marathon. And just a day before my marathon, I was honored by Sir Sachin Tendulkar
Oh, that's
because
fantastic.
so the managing committee of New Delhi Marathon, they got to know I'm a person living with epilepsy. So they honored me that I am running for epilepsy awareness.
I think each and every
So
story is so awe-inspiring.
so this is how like 2019 was a complete transforming year for me. Like previously, my epilepsy were known to my closely knitted friends and family. Uh, in 2019, when I did a Delhi half marathon, my running coach, she featured me on her social handle that Vinay is a person living with epilepsy, and he did a half marathon. So I just got a message from a blogger that I want to hear your story. So it was like I was that time I was like not very much open. So I had word with my friend, and mm, they clearly told me that you should go ahead for that. I went to meet that blogger. We had a good conversation, and after that meeting, like thoughts were coming around my brain that I'm missing something. It's not easy for a person living with epilepsy to do uh, endurance sports, whether it is cycling or running. So, but I should start writing about it. And next day, luckily, I was writing with ex-assistant CDS, Janal Puri, and I had an open conversation with him that, sir, I have met this person and I'm missing something. I am thinking to write about it. So he clearly told me that when you should write about it, but you, being a person living with epilepsy, you should write uh, guidance part or motivational part. You cannot write a clinical part. So you have to keep this in mind. So this is how my journey started. And my cycling connect, she saw my first Instagram post. She was into journalism. So she referred my contact to a journalist who was working in the Hindu. So my first feature was in the Hindu newspaper.
Wow. And who would you say has been your biggest inspiration during this entire journey?
My family, my cycling connects, my running connects. They were like they never used to leave me solo, whether
Right.
I'm cycling, whether I'm running, never.
Right. So, so that, there are a lot of different ideas about restrictions of physical activities and sports for people with epilepsy. So, what is your take on that? And, how do you think that, physical activity helps people with epilepsy?
Uh, I remember when I had open discussion with my neurologist, Dr. Manjari. So when she was referring me that body weight wala part, I'm like, why you are saying this? So she said, we prescribe initially whatever medicine we prescribe, it is as per body weight. And
Right.
uh, the good part of anti-seizure medicines is they help in controlling seizures. But some anti-seizure medicines has their side effects. So we should minimize those side effects and we should work towards the betterment. So that was uh, having an open discussion with the neurologist has helped me a lot, whether being a person with epilepsy or being an epilepsy advocate. So they has helped me a lot. Uh, After that, having an open discussion with sports as well. See, in India, cycling is like somehow I feel I have met one accident. That's why I'm saying. Luckily, I was riding with my friend. I got hit by a bus, and immediately they took me to our nearest hospital. Now I just changed this scene. Supposingly, I got a hit by a bus and I am riding solo. Who will take me? So this, along with this, whenever we are doing workouts, we are like our caregiver is with us or our friend is with us, and they know the SOS part, so they can monitor the seizure. They can give us that SOS medicine to break the seizure. So this is like common thing which helps us a lot. Even in my office where I'm working, they have kept my anti-seizure medicines, the SOS one especially. Whether you are into yoga, light walk, uh, running, if your health allows. So there are many applications which support us, like the Strava, which gives a live location to my caregivers, my friends, my family, and later on I shift to a smart device. So they all give track my live locations. So there's how but how I learn about these application or these devices through the community. So having an open interaction helps a lot.
Right. Yeah, so even I agree that, any kind of physical activity or sports is quite essential for the general physical and mental well being of any person, and particularly for people with epilepsy. But this choice or the decision for the kind of sports that a person with epilepsy can participate in, I think it requires a lot of individualization. And a lot of factors need to be taken into consideration to ensure the safety of the person, like the type of sports that they wish to participate in, what is the safety level of that particular activity, the type of seizures that the person experiences, the frequency of the seizures, how well controlled they are, and whether there are any specific triggers that the person has. So there may be the physical activity might precipitate that particular trigger. So we need to keep all of this in mind. And while there are some sports that are perhaps best avoided, there are many that we can participate in with keeping all the precautions in mind and taking all the necessary protective gears, etc., and the supervision. So I think it's best that we sit down with our respective neurologists, the treating neurologists, and discuss the safety level of the sports, the seizure frequencies, and all the necessary precautions that need to be taken. And like you rightly pointed out, I think it's very essential that there should be someone in your physical activity group who's well aware of your condition, so that they can provide the first aid and the necessary help if need be. And this is a very, very important and broad topic. And thanks to you for bringing it up. And I think we will be dealing with this in greater depths and more details in some of the upcoming sessions. So, your
Yes.
journey from right from your first seizure to becoming an epilepsy warrior to becoming an epilepsy advocate. So that's one of great strength, resilience, and courage. So, what are your current plans? What are your future plans? What is your message to all the other people with epilepsy?
My current plan is like I am resuming my cycling rides like from 2024 and almost 2025. I was more focused for my running, but from 2026, I'll be more focused towards my endurance cycling. Like Paris is an event which happens once in 4 years. So I want to finish my Paris event in 2027. So I need a good training, good saddle hours. So yes, that is my upcoming event which I am planning to do. And the message which I would like to give to my fellow PWEs that stay focused and stay positive minded. It will help a lot in living a better life. Thank you.
Yes, and that's very encouraging. And yes, I would like to reemphasize that really epilepsy does not mean the end of the world. And I understand that it does come with its share of anxiety, the uncertainty, like you said, and that feeling like it's a never-ending ordeal. But what is very important to remember is that there's so many epilepsies that are actually treatable, and yours is such a great example. So, like you said, a good treatment plan, a positive mindset, and if you have a very good support system, an inclusive support system, then I think we can win half our battles. And your journey
Yes.
particularly has been one of such endurance, resilience, and courage. I hope this inspires more and more people with epilepsy to overcome their challenges and move forward. And thank you. You've brought up this very important issue, a very pertinent issue of encouraging physical activity with epilepsy and chasing your dreams while keeping safety in mind. So, thank you so much for sharing your absolutely incredible journey with us. And I wish you all the very, very best for all your future endeavors. I hope you continue to inspire many more people with epilepsy. And I wish you more strength and more power.
Thank you, Dr. Devilina, for your kind wishes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you to all our listeners also for joining us today. And I hope you stay tuned so that you can hear many more such inspirational journeys, such as that of Mr. Vinay Jani's. Thank you.